a grand lake of blood hidden from higher planes. After all, the Mother of Truth is a mother, even in a dream. But, alas, not too fast. The formless mother's blood churns and swirls unending, giving us visions of a higher plane, a higher dynasty. The grand lake of blood is hidden now from sight. As you once did to great Mohg, grant us wounds, plant wounds upon our skin to cleanse our beastly fleshliness. It is only in recognizing that without pain we are not complete, that without the letting of blood we are not truly alive, that we can come to the understanding that this dynasty is what we all need, is what we all have not merely deserved, but earned. Suffer not in unblemished body. Inflict the cut upon yourself. Our Lord of Blood has not shied away. Do not presume that our Lord of Blood has not shied away, and the Mother of Wounds is herself dearly and grievously wounded. She does so out of love for us, to grant us the boon that is her blood, and the blessing that is her pain. Yep. Oh, I meant to drink and I jumped! Okay, if you're falling asleep, we don't have to keep doing this, but I am so close.
No. Yeah, I know. It's alright.
Sorry, I know you're tired.
I shouldn't be, but I am.
The truest exhaustion comes in recognizing that the staid, wretched cessblood that lies within you unspilt, invisible, is yet unfulfilled. Its purpose, to exit your body, not to course through it like crude matter, is yet unsatisfied. And so the exhaustion of a wounded form, the exhaustion of a well-lacerated body is the exhaustion of enlightenment. The exhaustion that comes from exercising one's thoughts in the truest fashion. I'm gonna keep doing this till he dies.
Yeah, no, I believe you.
I mean, if it's not fun, I will stop, but I want the winning attempt to be me singing the praises of the Lord of Blood as I kill him with probably the worst weapon I could use to fight him that that is actually good overall. Also, I realize I have 2 blues that I'm not using at all.
Now I never want this fight to end. Yes,
Who was that? Outrun?
yes.
Nope, that's gonna hit me. Oh my god, interrupted. Nice.
Very good.
My apologies. My joy is not that I have caused pain to our Lord of Blood, although that is in and of itself a joy. He revels in the agony that brings him closer to not merely his goddess, but closer to the pain that must inflict his consort at not yet being the realized scion of the MOHGWYN dynasty. And so, if our Lord suffers, and his consort suffers, all should. Not out of spite, out of selflessness. It is critical for all to be joined not merely in pain, but in the bliss that is pain. When we speak of to the pain, we do not mean to diminish the blood that is spilt, but to exacerbate it. Adulterate it, as one might. Dear Vare, one of our Lord... Hold on. Dear Vare, acolyte of our Lord, speaks it best when he says it is critical to have the sweetest scream. We are all as lambkin, for we are all made to slaughter, in a fashion. Not to slaughter needlessly, but our pain is needful. Oops. My only mistake there was in not recognizing the worth and the wonder that would come from throwing myself helpless into those jaws, into that maw of our Lord's most gracious spear of communion, with which he facilitates contact with the mother that guides us all. Now, some may ask, but what serves the purpose of fire? Does fire not cauterize the wound? Does fire not make it that less blood shall be spilled? By hardening the flesh? To this I say, yes. However, one must recognize that as much as this one has spoken of the cult of the Formless Mother as a cult of death, to die itself is not service to the Formless Mother or to the Lord of Blood. One must remain whole, in a fashion, not unblemished, but alive, as it were, in order to continue serving the glory that is the Lord, and the enlightenment that is deeper communion with the Formless Mother. Apologies. Okay, I actually think I am doing substantially worse because of that, but that means I gotta keep doing it.
It's a fun bit. We did the same for Yobu.
But yes, no, a point that must be emphasized. The Mother of Wounds does not separate herself from the male or the female. She is neither and both at the same time. The blood in you is neither male nor female. The blood of your sister is still blood. The blood of your mother is still blood. It can be mixed, not without consequence. But this is meant to speak to the universality of one's blood. She is a Mother of Truth not because she is female, though I called her she, but she is a Mother of Truth because she is the mother of our guidance, the mother of our enlightenment, and the mother of the dynasty that shall herald the world to a new age of love, of pain, and of love and pain. Of that sweetest torment that lies betwixt agony and joy. When you feel the deepest sorrow, some part of you desires to laugh, does it not? The sob of agony, the sob of loss, can become a laugh, can become a giggle, a chuckle, a cackle of the most, one might say, unsettling character and cadence. But this speaks to the fundamental truth that the Mother of Truth seeks to engender within us. That pain is pleasure, that love is torment. It is not merely that one cannot exist without the other, but that they are interchangeable. That moment when a limb is rebroken in order to save it, there is pain, but there is also the joy in knowing that that limb shall be whole again. That is the truth to which the Mother of Truth speaks to speak. And that is the truth that our Lord of Blood has taken into himself by not merely embracing, but facilitating the growth, the dismemberment, and the unwholeness of his own body. My mistake there was not in failing to dodge it, but in failing to throw myself wholeheartedly into it. I should not merely have dodged. I should have allowed myself to simply be struck by our Lord's... It is not a weapon. By our Lord's instrument of communion. For it is not a weapon. That implies crude violence as its only intent. Its infliction of violence is intended to be the vessel by which our formless mother is communicated with and recognized. And the vessel by which our Lord's consort is empowered as the scion of the dynasty of MOHGWYN. A dynasty of love, a dynasty of joy, and a dynasty of gratification and satisfaction. The deepest truth that we shall know is that it is not death that begets fulfillment, and it is not death that begets finality, but is the absence of transgressive pain, the absence of subversive joy that can only come when there is no death. Not when there is no death, but that can only come when there is no bloodletting. That can only come when there is no violence. And again, it is not an instrument of violence. It's not a dynasty of violence. It is a dynasty of love. It is a dynasty of peace, and it is a dynasty of truth. The world that we shall make, with our Lord of Blood and the Formless Mother, is one where all bloodletting has meaning. For if all bloodletting is in service of the Formless Mother, if all bloodletting is in service of the Formless Mother, then all bloodletting has purpose.
Thank you for the sermon.
All hail the MOHGWYN dynasty. Long may it reign. The MOHGWYN dynasty is one where all bloodletting shall have meaning, for all bloodletting is in service of the MOHGWYN dynasty, in service of the communion of the Mother of Truth, of the ascension of the Lord of Blood, of the apotheosis that shall be reached by his consort, and of the knowledge that bloodletting shall be proliferated en masse, so that the gift of enlightenment and comprehension that can only come with its pain and the pleasure that is brought with it is spread to all. And it is for this very reason that I choose to not only empower myself with that same medium, that same strength, that same instrument by which the Lord of Blood's most favored most favored relics of communion are empowered by, but so that I am all that better able to let not only my own blood, but the blood of others, to bring them closer to that ineffable truth. The wounds that we carve and the wounds that we take are the wounds through which the blood that we commune with the Mother of Truth with. The wounds that we carve and the wounds that we take are the wounds by which the blood is born. One might even say a blood-born womb. Mm-hmm. That facilitates communion with the Mother of Truth and the enlightenment that she brings and has brought already to our gracious Lord and his divine consort. So please consider joining the MOHGWYN dynasty today.
There'll be a pamphlet in your mailbox.
A pamphlet in a mailbox and a small shiv. Alright, I am done. I'm done with the bit, and I'm done with the fight. That took a lot longer than I expected. The bit definitely made it harder, but honestly, that was absolutely worth it.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to go to bed?
Yes.
Alright. Eat well, dream of the glory of the MOHGWYN dynasty, and be sure to it's just occurred to me, I'm probably going to get demonetized for this.
I was thinking about that too, but, you know.